Hey, this is Smitty from the Diesel Crew. I wanted to create this tire video because I've seen a lot of bad technique online. And I also wanted to show you a quick tip for young athletes or tires that don't have good tread. So even though tires are cheap, you can get them for free. They come in all different shapes and sizes. Sometimes they're really low to the ground, okay? And you can't get your hands underneath to get a good grip. So what you do for those type of tires and for young athletes to kind of help them out a little bit, you take some lag bolts and you bolt a 2x4 onto the tire directly. This helps elevate the tire off the ground and allows any type of tire to be flipped regardless of the type of tread there is. Okay? So that's a quick tip for young athletes and bad tires. But I wanted to talk about positioning when you go to flip a tire. Now, you see a lot of guys coming up real close to the tire in the deadlift position. What we'll do is we'll set that up here and I'll show you. What you really want to do is you want to start with your hips back into a more athletic position. Okay, maybe 45-degree angle. Now, the reason that everyone gets away with the deadlift technique, which is bad technique not only for leverage, but also puts your biceps in a bad advantage, is because the tires they're flipping are so light. Now when you get to a larger tire, you're not going to be able to do that deadlift technique. So you might as well train the right way, even with the lighter tires, to not only train the good technique for the big tires, but also to save your biceps. I mean, you could tweak your bicep, you could tear your bicep. It's one thing to incorporate strongman training into your routines for all athletes that you're training, but you have to do it the right way. I mean, you can't just throw them in there and think that they're going to get all the advantages from strongman training. You have to do it the right way, and you have to teach them the right way so when they progressively overload with a larger tire as they get stronger, they're not going to tear their bicep. All right, so let's lower this down and we'll show you the right starting position. Now this tire is, I think we weighed it out around 560. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the deadlift technique, the setup for it. So you see a lot of guys coming in here and setting up on the tire here. Okay, now they're going to be able to lift it. Okay, and then we're going to be able to transition into the push. But when you get a larger tire, you're not going to be able to do that. And look where my biceps are. Okay, depending on how wide the tire is, you're still going to get to the position where you want, where your arms are straight. Your arms should act like a rope, and the only thing gripping the tire is your hands. Okay, so if you have a short tire, your biceps will be out here. Okay, and if they're out there, that's where they're in a bad position. Okay, what you want to do, if you have a lighter tire or a shorter tire, you want to take your hands and move them out. Now by moving them out, you take that bicep flexion out of there. Okay, and your arms are like a rope. And the only thing gripping it is your fingertips. Now what we want to do is get our hips back. Okay, we're not going to be in that deadlift position. We're going to be back here. Okay, now if we're back there, we're going to be able to drive through the tire. We don't want to lift the tire up because we're going to be stuck with a heavier tire. You're going to be so close to the tire you won't be able to flip it over. What you want to do is get your hips back and drive through the tire. Now if you drive through the tire, what happens is the end of the tire starts digging into the ground. And when it digs into the ground and you're pushing, the tire starts coming up, and that's when you explode. Now, I'm not going to be lifting with my arms or legs. I'm going to be driving through the tire and I'm going to push with my chest. Okay, and that's why it doesn't matter if my arms are straight. My arms can be straight and just gripping on with the grip because my chest is pushing the tire. Okay, so it should look something like this. Okay. Like I said, we're going to get away with this technique when the tire is light, but we're going to also be putting our bicep in a bad position. We want to get back, bigger feet down, okay? We want to drive through the tire. arms are straight, hooking with just your fingertips. Now when you get a bigger tire, your arms are naturally going to go straight because the tire is going to be taller, and when you grab a hold of it, you're going to go right into the good position. But you want to make sure your hips are back. Okay, so again, dig our feet in, driving with our chest, arms are straight. All right. If you have any questions, email us at dieselcrew.com. Thanks for watching our video.